Hello, we here start that last topic from paper 1, that is fundamentals of organic reaction mechanism. From this paper we already completed two topics, that is IUPAC nomenclature of organic compounds and bonding in organic compounds. After that, third topic from this same paper, that is paper 1, is fundamentals of organic reaction mechanism. For paper second, only one topic is there which we already completed, that is stereochemistry first. That one is only topic for paper second. Then here we start this third topic from paper 1, that is fundamentals of organic reaction mechanisms. We discuss here first use of arrows in chemical reactions. Use of arrows in chemical reactions. We know that what is chemical reaction? In chemical reaction, some new bond between the atoms, some old bond between the atoms breaks and some new bonds are formed. Then what is bond between the atom? Bond is nothing but shared electron pair. That means one bond which we represent by dash between two atoms is nothing but two electrons, and that two electrons are coming from mutual sharing between that two atoms. Then how that arrows are used to represent this bond formation and bond breaking processes. That the curve arrows are used to indicate direction in which the movement of electron takes place. Actually, that bond breaking is nothing but movement of electrons. Movement of electrons. Bond is nothing but electrons are there. We know that one bond which is we represent that by dash is nothing but two electrons. Then that bond breaking and bond formation also represent by that curve arrows, and that curve arrows represents movement of electrons. There are two type of curve arrows, single headed curve arrow and double headed curve arrow. That double headed curve arrows represent movement of two electrons, both that electrons, shared electrons of the covalent bond, while single headed arrow represent movement of only one electron out of that two covalent bonding electrons. Out of that two, movement of one electron is represented by single headed arrow. Then when arrow points away from the bond, when arrow points away from the bond, that indicate bond breaking process. When arrow indicate away from the bond, that indicate bond breaking process, while if arrow pointing to the bond, towards the bond, towards the space between the two atoms, then that indicate bond formation between that two atoms, bond formation between that two atoms. If an arrow points to neutral atom, towards neutral atom, that indicate that electron coming towards neutral atom, and that neutral atom, because of that electrons additional electron, that become negative. While if arrow pointing towards positively charged ion, then that positively charged ion become neutral. Because why that ion is positive? Because deficiency of electron. That arrow coming towards that ion indicate that electron from outside coming to that ion. Hence, because of that additional electron, that positive charge neutralizes and that positive charge ion become neutral. Then if arrow points away from neutral atom, it become positive. Why it become positive? Because arrow pointing to away from neutral atom, that means some electron, that atom loses electrons, and therefore that become positive. Whereas if arrow points away from negatively charged atom, if that atom is negatively charged and arrow pointing away from that negatively charged atom, then that become neutral. Why? Because negative charge because of additional electron, and arrow pointing away means loss of that additional electron, hence atom become neutral. Then if arrow points from one atom to another, from one atom to another atom, from A to B, say, then there is new bond formation between that atoms. There is new bond formation between that atoms, that is, say, A and B. Hence, here we completed that we discussed that use of arrows in chemical reactions. Thank you.